Webster, born on 16th October 1758 in USA, died on 28th May 1843 in USA. Noah Webster said, "Language is the expression of ideas, and if the people of one country cannot preserve an identity of ideas, they cannot retain an identity of language." Noah Webster Jr. was an American lexicographer, textbook pioneer, English language spelling reformer, political writer, editor, and prolific author. He has been called the father of American scholarship and education. His Blue Bag Speller books taught 5 generations of American children how to spell and read. Webster's name has become synonymous with dictionary in the United States, especially the modern Merriam-Webster dictionary that was first published in 1828 as an American dictionary of the English language. Noah Webster said, "Language is the expression of ideas. And if the people of one country cannot preserve an identity of ideas, they cannot retain an identity of language." When I read this one, I wanted to really talk about it, and it was there with me for a long time. And as it is the birth anniversary of Noah Webster and his dictionaries, of course, we also gone through many a time to understand what is the meaning of so and so through his dictionary. It gave me a sense of feeling to go through what he said. He said, "Language is the expression of ideas." Yes. And I've seen many languages around the world. And the only one language they called the devil's tongue was the Japanese language. And I was shocked when I was in Japan. I thought I'm going to hear a devil's tongue. And I found a devil's tongue can be changed to an angel's tongue also. Almost every time, every expression, they have beautified it. And that beautification has brought down the psychological disturbances of one country. There is a language department which works day in and day out. How to polish a little more. Even they have one language. And when I try to speak Japanese, and my Japanese girlfriend, I learned that language from my Japanese girlfriend that time, not now. I don't have girlfriends. And when I started speaking that language, everybody started laughing. They asked me, "From where did you learn, Rakum? Rakum-san, from where did you learn that language?" I said, "Of course I am speaking Japanese," but they said, "Yes, Japan, there are 2. One is male language and a female language. The male speak in a different tone. They speak, hi, hi. And the women says, hi, hi. Tone is very important. They keep on polishing. Many a time when they ask me something and I say, for me, yes is like that, no is like that, then they'll shout at me, "What is this neck exercise you're doing? You must express," and the child should express, hi, hi. And the girls, hi, hi, they must express whether they like it or not, and they must say with a loud tone when the children enter the college. Even the ragging is when the senior in the college will ask them a question, and they must say, "Gorimusa, Gorimusa," they must scream loud. It shakes the whole body to tell, "Yes, I understood. And the women, girls say, "Hi, wakarimasu, hi, wakarimasu." I have asked them, why this one, female and men? And I understood. That is how a society is built, so beautifully balanced. Just when you hear the soft voice, problem solved. comes down. When you go to a shop, when they talk with so much love, and everything is an expression. They have an expression. Yes, language is the expression, and the expression is too much. Even the lift girls, she keep on saying, "Arigato gozaimasu, arigato, thank you very much for every time." She keep on bowing and to welcome. Irashimasu, you're welcome. Irashimasu, you're welcome. And konnichiwa, they keep on the konnichiwa. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, arigato gozaimasu. Continuously, yes. And if anybody does your work, and you have to go to them and say, sumimasen, gomenasai. Sumimasen means excuse me, I'm sorry, and thank you very much. Expression, they express it, they have to express, which I don't see in any part of the world. When Noah Webster said, language is the expression of ideas, there is where the ideas is. How much you have expressed and how much you have got involved in expressing and telling. Most of the fights stops with that, because you were able to express. Here I find, when I'm reading the newspaper, somebody come and puts and takes it. No, there I found, they'll ask you, they take your permission, yes, they will not disturb you. Another person disturbing is wrong. You will not take another person's materials without asking permission. And if you say, I'm sorry, they mean say, yeah, it's not a problem. Expression is non-stop. And every year, I think, every day, they keep on polishing. How much they can polish. A language polish is the philosophy of the country. A language polished language is the medicine of the country. A language polished is the growth of the country. A language polished is zero poverty and only growth. Yes, it is the expression of the beauty, and it is art by itself. Noah Webster, I have found out, and I wanted to always try to tell to my people, there is no difference between man and women talking, and there is hardly anybody saying, thank you. Expression, a thank you, 100,000 times of thank you a day. Even a child who comes out from the school, in Japan, if the teacher is not scolded, the child still starts crying. Teacher to scold and whack him once, and you have to say, sumimasen, gomenasai, arigato gomenasai, I'm sorry because I provoked you to hit me, and thank you for observing me and giving me one whack. It helps me to go forward. A language of expression of ideas, expression of philosophical, expression in the psychological, expression is very close to the divine. Where is the devil's tongue? A devil's tongue has been converted into an angel's flow. Can't believe. Language is a Noah Webster, language expression of ideas. And if the people of one country cannot preserve an identity of ideas, they cannot retain an identity of language. In Rakum schools, whenever I scold a child, the child come and tell me, thank you Guruji, I'm sorry, thank you very much, yes, sorry. Every time they have to say, sumimasen, excuse me, gomenasai, I'm sorry, thank you very much, gomenasai, I'm sorry, thank you very much. When they see anybody to a face to face, they say, good morning, ohai gozaimasu, konnichiwa, good afternoon. Expression here, nobody expresses, nobody smiles, nobody bows. That bowing, expression of ideas is the flow of the physical body. The body keeps on bending a lot, and it depends upon how much you bend. You see a senior, you bow below his height, and they go down on your knees to say thank you, go down and even to give a tea to his leader, tea to his master, tea to his senior. They go down on the knees, and then they keep going down on the knees is an exercise. The body is cut so beautifully. When body is cut so beautifully, where disease can come? Hence, I think Noah Webster must have understood language is the expression of ideas. And if the people of one country cannot preserve an identity of ideas, they cannot retain identity of language. I used to ask, miso onegashimasu, miso, and they will immediately interfere. They say, miso, not miso. Again I say, miso onegashimasu. Miso means, can I have a cup of water? Miso, can I have water? And they say, it's miso. They come with the miso. They come with us. Here I don't see people are coming, flowing with you. If you make a mistake, they laugh. They laugh at you. Expression of ideas. Preserve an identity of ideas. They cannot read an identity of language. If they cannot preserve identity of language, the country is lost. Webster said. And Japan understood that too much. I wanted in my Karnataka language how much, but many people from many different states come and stay in the Bangalore city, and the language has not been developed. The language, the Kannada Language Academy should work very, very hard, and they must only work very hard, only the Japanese language. They must be a scientist to extricate and extract how they made a devilish language into a most beautiful, flowing angel's language that helps to build up stress and tension and fights. No. When a policeman stops you on the road, you must immediately go and say, I'm sorry, thank you. Arigato, gomanas. They immediately go to the policeman and say, gomanas, I'm sorry, thank you for finding me, You sumimasen, gomanase means I'm sorry because you made me to realize I shouldn't make a mistake, and I'm sorry for disturbing you. Can you believe? An expression of the language flows. My God, I cannot believe they have a flow, the physical flow that is called the yogic flow, yoga flow. In India we call yoga, but they are having yoga almost every second through the mouth, through the eye expression. So beautiful it is. It's heaven by itself. Language can create heaven. Language can push out diseases. I felt it. Webster said language is the expression of ideas. And if the people of one country cannot preserve an identity of ideas, they cannot retain an identity of language. This is my 212th